it's Rachel from All About Planners. In this video I'm doing a review of the Vivid Scribbles dot journal. As you've probably guessed, it is a dot grid notebook perfect for bullet journaling. I got this notebook because it has 140 GSM bleed-proof paper. At least that's what they claim. Whenever a company says that, I'm always a bit skeptical. I'm usually like, yeah, but it's still going to bleed through or have ghosting. You'll see in a minute though whether that's true or not, because I did do a pen test. So first things first, let's talk about the page size. It is a bit wider than most dot grid notebooks of this style with the sewn bind and the hardcover. It's about 5.75 inches wide by about 8.25 inches high. I will have all the details and the specs and everything linked in the blog post, which will be down below. Now, because of the thick paper, 140 GSM, and that there's 200 dot grid pages in the notebook, it is quite chunky. It's about an inch thick, and because of that, it also does kind of weigh a bit as well. There's nothing on the cover in the spine, so it just looks like any other notebook. You might want to add like a monogram sticker or something to make it a bit more, I don't know, a bit more like pretty. It does have a pen loop built in, so let's have a look at the inside. So my first impression, oh my god, bright white paper. Yes, I love bright white paper. It also has a built-in key and an index, multiple index pages for you. And then we go into the dot grid. Now it's kind of like a dark grey dot grid. It is a bit more noticeable than some of the other dot grid notebooks that I have come across. Keep that in mind. The pages lay flat on their own. Doesn't really matter where you are in the notebook, they'll lay flat, which is good. It has 3 ribbon bookmarks, and I really like that they're all different shades of pink. It looks really pretty. You have numbered pages, which is great, and the number sits below the dot grid. So I've come across some notebooks before, like the Rhodia one, and they include the numbers within the grid, and that drives me nuts. I'm like, I want to like draw there, but I don't want to cover up the, the page number, so I like it when it sits below, which is good. And you've got that the whole way through the notebook. The dots aren't too close to the edge of the page, and you've got a bit of room between the dots and the spine and the edge and then the top and then also the bottom as well. So nice dot placement. There's no like gold foil edging or anything on the spine. It's all just bright white. Let's go to the pen test. So, way at the back here. Okay, they've even included a pen test page. I mean, like, come on, that's great. I love when they include that already for you. So I did the usual pens, stamps, highlighters. Let's have a look. As you can see, very little ghosting of the pens. For the marker one, my Uni P, which is quite thick, there was a little bit, and a bit of ghosting on the Maybe pens, but other than that, general pens, no ghosting, which is great. No bleed through either. So pretty good, because normally about 160 GSM you'd get it like this where there's not really much ghosting, but this is only 140, so definite pro. And this one was a bit cheaper than some of the other notebooks that I found that have thick paper as well. So really good quality paper. Let's have a look at the highlighters. On the highlighters page, some minor ghosting of the highlighters there, but not too much. So overall, really good paper, especially good for the price. Has a built-in pocket folder at the back as well if you want that, and then obviously the elastic band as per usual to keep everything closed. You can see some of the specs there. So on the whole, I think this is a good notebook if you want something that is bright white paper, numbered pages, very, very minimal ghosting and bleed through. If you want to do like just normal pens, there'll be nothing showing through the other side. I think it's a pretty good notebook, and it's got a good price tag as well. So I found this one on Amazon. I will include the link below if you are interested in getting it, and don't forget to subscribe. I usually post a couple of review videos each week. I have done some other dot grid notebook reviews as well with thick paper like this that isn't really prone to ghosting. I'll include those too, like 140 to 160 GSM paper. They'll be down below. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.